Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you are well. I am feeling just fine. Here with my little friend, the pigman. Maybe a spy. Looks like he's ready to go me with that knife. But today, thank you for joining. I think I said that. Today, we are going to continue on with our villager farm. I have been doing a bit off camera, so we'll just finish that up. And a few other bits and pieces to do. Let's go and have a bit of a wander around and see what I have been up to. The first thing on my agenda here is I got a second horse and I've got quite a few sheep. There's my little sheep farm over there and 2 horses. So this is our original horse. He's really black. This is one of his friends that were over there. He's a little bit grayer. So this is Mr. Ed. So I've got a name tag for him. So he's Mr. Ed. And the other one I'm calling H for. So that's H for horse. So they are named. And he's a little bit slower. So Mr. Ed will probably be our primary horse that we are going to use. The other thing which you can see here is I've started to organize all my crap. So I've put things in chests. A good thing with 1.13 is you can put chests next to each other. That will never made sense. That's all good. I can see the sun's going down. So we'll need to hurry up a little bit. This is the last episode I can use the fish farm. I haven't really used it that much, but that will be closing down at the end of this episode. And I'll be putting a banner up there or something that says closed, or probably just get rid of it. Now, one of the things I'm thinking of doing when we've got our villager farm going, let me get cows, is we will need a lot of sugar cane. So I'm going to set up a sugar cane farm. This is the ingredients as well as some sugar cane. But so we might get around to doing that today. And there's also something very interesting that I found, and that will be happening at the end of the episode. So you're going to have to wait right all the way through to the end as the sun's coming down. Let's go and have a quick nap. I'm going to kill that pigman. Let's kill him now while we're waiting for the sun to go down. Making way too much noise. Alright. Okay, now we can sleep in peace. Good. So, what was I doing? I was out swimming the other day. It was a lovely day. I went out for a bit of a swim and came upon a drowned, which naturally I killed. Let me grab these. And I got a trident. So if you remember from last episode, I had a book that had mending and I think it was loyalty. Yeah, so I added that on. I possibly added unbreaking too. I can't remember, a few days ago. So we have a trident, and what I'm going to do is put channeling on it. So what channeling means is if it's in a thunderstorm, you can use that and it will shoot a bolt of lightning at whoever you shoot it at. Now, I have never, ever, ever experienced a supercharged creeper. So I am going to use that when there's a thunderstorm. I'm going to try and capture some supercharged creepers, or at least some creepers. Probably have to name tag them so they don't go away, and then just wait for a thunderstorm and zap them. And then try to get some other things in there with them, so when they blow up, there's a chance they'll drop their heads. So that'll be good. That's sort of the only way you can get heads without a modification. So that was in this one. I also got 2 more mending books. So like I really don't need the farm anymore. So it's going to close down the end of this episode. What else are we going to look at? Let me look at my little list here. That is it. I've got some wood here. So I'm just going to fix something with 1.13. I might put it here so we can see. We can have the logs so they're bark all the way around. The one thing that was annoying me, where's my, is up the end of these is, you can see the wood sticking up over here. So I didn't like that very much. So we are going to take him out, replace him with that. So it looks a lot better. Got one for each of the corners. That's something new in 1.13. That one, probably All right, so that's, I don't think I can squeeze through there. So that is that. What we will do next is, and I'll just set up for it, so we'll cut over. We will start finishing off the villager farm. I'll see you there in a second. Okay, so we're here at the villager farm. As you can see, I've filled it in and put the trapdoors and everything in. I've put a little door here. And I have captured my first villager. Where does he live? Over here. So we've got one. There he is. He's a nitwit. He's downstairs playing with his door. So he's making this look like a farm. Something I didn't mention in the last episode is the distance from this farm to the other farm. So I put these little markers here. They're like 10, but I think it might be 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're 20 apart. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So a long way away. I think they have to be like about 64 or so, plus the width of the farm or something, some weird calculation. So we are well far enough away from the farm, from the village over here to have them join up and mess the whole thing up. So I've laid all this rails and I've already caught the one villager. I just need 2 more. Let's just break them. Yeah. Although I've forgotten to bring my vine cart with me. So we're going to capture a couple of villagers and bring them across. So I'll go and grab the minecart and grab one of these villagers and take them over. Okay, so here is a villager that will do us. Let's see if we can get him to cut, and he did. That was way too easy. All right, let's ship him over. Let's just connect this. Where's it going to go? The way we want. Push him onto the cart. Came over on Mr. Ed. So Mr. Ed, because he tends to go walkies. Yeah, I see. All right. Don't know if we can push a villager. He's got on the powered bit by himself. So what's going to happen here? Here he's going to. We outrun him. Bit of a race. He is going to fall over the edge into the farm, and what? This silly pig is. I've taken out all the spuds for the potatoes that I had in there. Let's see if he goes. Yep. All right, Mr. Ed, you just around here. So the reason I took out all the potatoes is I don't know what that farmer's been up to while he's in the farm, and I only want him to have potatoes. He is looking down. I know he might be looking at his friend. So let's get him out of that. I think they farm, do they? I'm not too sure. Grab some. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So it looks like he only had potatoes in his inventory, so that's okay. He's a good one. Now we need one more. Where's Mr. Ed? I will be back when I've got the second villager on its way. Okay, guys, it's getting dark, and I want to get this one on his way. He can go. He will possibly beat us there. Mr. Ed. Getting very dark. I'm dead. None of this area is lit up. Race over, as long as we've got no pigs and ducks in the way. Should be fine. Piggy. And he's done a good job of planting. I didn't give him that many. He's had other stuff in his inventory. So I'm going to have to go through, and any of these that aren't potato to beetroot. All sorts of crap we don't want. digging all them up. So this is a way of emptying out someone's inventory. Is you just give him blank spaces to plant. And eventually he'll run out. You just got to run around and dig it all up. Dig it all up, there's no point leaving it behind. Yeah, I'm destroying all your hard work. Alright, so that is our 2 villagers in here. I will get them planting just potatoes. And I'll come back later. So I've been in here a little while and he hasn't planted any more seeds. But he'd probably just race off right there. But no. So I have some potatoes for him. Let's grow them. And that... Does he not like my potatoes? So he can plant them and be happy. And once they're all planted, guys, just F3 on. Sorry about that. Where does it tell me it is? Potatoes. So he will plant all them and they will grow. He will harvest them and share with his little friend here, who is a librarian. So we will look at seeing what trades he's got. We need lots of paper. So we will build a farm that will provide us with the paper. And also steel doors, metal doors don't count in the village door mathematics. So I've got 6 wooden doors underneath. This one doesn't count, so it doesn't affect the village. All good. All right, I will let them go and we'll report back if we see any young'uns. Just before I go, there is a good sign. We've got some hearts. So I think that sort of proves that this farm is going to work as long as the little babies fall into the end here. What am I going to do with this one here? I might have to take the door out because they might get stuck in the corner. We'll see how we go, but I might take that door out. I need to get back in. All right, well, that was a good sign. We need now is babies and somewhere to process them, so that's probably what we'll look at. Okay, so this is the finished device. I've put some little glass at the back here so we can sort of see what's going on. So the villager will come up here, float up through here, and then just run off the edge here and plonk down in here, and he'll be trapped in here. Unless, of course, we don't want any more villagers, and then we just flick this switch. And what happens is they come up here, they get their head caught on that, and they drown in the water here. So that's a good way of not overpopulating the area. So we'll switch him on because it'd be good to see our first villager come through. And then, at some point, we'll probably say enough is enough. Switch him off. So I can see the sun's coming down. I just wanted to mention one other thing. We've got a turtle over here and a turtle in a boat over there. See him. So I might try and build a turtle breeding area around here at some point. The last time I tried, the sun went down or something. I don't know if they race off and do stuff at night, but they just all ran off in different directions. So I gave up. Okay, guys, I think I can see a little ant. I think we've had our first birth on the server. What sort of coat's he wearing? Come on, you guys. Sees his head. Go there. So the idea, of course, is that the villager, baby villager, will run around and he'll fall to the moat. So I'd like to see that happen. And I also noticed that our white coat was throwing beetroot seeds at our farmer. So I think we've still got a bit of a contaminated crop, but I'll sort that out over time. So I think if you get mixed crop, it will stop it working at some point. So we don't want that. Oh, there he goes. He's run in. he will go through the system. Probably jump in with him. No, I can't get in. So anyway, he will eventually come to these continuation points. And if we can see them up here. And he will pop out. So he looked like, I think I saw he was a brown coat. So we will have a brown coat on the other side. I'm going to go through and dig up all these. Okay, I can hear the little guy down here. What I'm going to do is put in a little emergency entrance. But not there. One higher. Okay, I bought two. So that way we can sort of like fall in, maybe close up on the way through. And come down and join him. So we'll be able to find where he is. Here he is. So because they're one high, they can sit in that little air gap and they're quite happy. He sort of wants to head back to his village, but occasionally they jump around and carry on, and they'll end up back to try and push him through. Oh, buddy, go through. Anyway, so he won't go through. I'm going slow as well because I think I've got my Aqua Affinity. So let's see. Very slow. Let's run through. So they'll run through here. Dark and creepy. And I think I showed this in the last video, possibly. Then yeah, they'll come out the end and float up. And when they get up here, they'll just float over the edge and be in their little holding bay here. That's how it's going to work. So I'll wait for him to grow up and come through, and we'll be back when he's sitting here. Oh, he came through. I was too busy fighting and lighting up areas, and he grew up and came through. So here's our first villager in. I'll go in, see what he is. He's a brown coat, so I don't care a lot about brown coats. Where are you? The shepherd. So we can trade wool. So look, he might be useful for getting emeralds. But anyway, he's our first. The next thing on the agenda, apart from running around and trying to light the place up, is to build the sugarcane farm. So I will do that in jump cuts and explain each bit as we go along, I hope. Let's go now to that. As I said, we're going to build our just wondering if I'm building it too close to those cows. Our sugarcane farm, so we can get some paper. These are all the ingredients I think that I will need. It's a very basic one just to get started. It only does, I think, 5 stalks of sugarcane at a time. And I'm going to make it out of sandstone initially. We will possibly come up. I've seen a much better design, and I'm definitely going to build it over here. Over those cows. I've seen a much better design that uses like the flying machine to go back and forth over the top of sugarcane. So when we find a slime chunk and do some slime farming, because I've only managed to find a swamp and I got 2 pieces of slime from that. So we'll upgrade to the better version, but for the time being, this will do us. So what I'll do over here, I might build it next to our house. I will build just the base, the foundations of the farm, and I will pop back and explain what I've done. Okay, here's the first stage. It's quite simple. I've gone 7 across and then up 2 and built it into a square and just put the pistons in between. And out the back, behind the pistons, we've come out 2. And along the front here, I've put some sand in front of the pistons. Doesn't have to be sand. The sugarcane will grow in grass as well. But anyway, I've put sand there so we can see the difference. And I placed an observer in this level. Let me just place him again. So you place him so he's looking that way. So you do it from over here and just place it at that point. So his happy little face is looking in this direction. All right, that is stage 1. Let me get into stage 2, and I'll be back to show you what I've done. Okay, so what I've done now is just build a little step ladder down for redstone to go around the back and all the way along. I've put down the repeaters. They're on 3 ticks going into the back of the pistons. I've built a trench and put some water in it. Goes into a hopper, which points into a chest, and the chest has a bit of dirt I dropped in there. So that's all looking good. Now along here we're going to put the sugarcane. So as the sugarcane grows up, this one here was the one that will do our detecting for us. Now I'm going to trigger it, but normally you got glass here, so it's going to throw. Should I put some over here? Some here. Some of these might already be 3 high before it triggers. So when it triggers, it's going to break them. Now this one isn't the best, as you can see. Bits have fallen on the ground there, but it is the simplest. So it's only to get us started, and I'm going to put glass along the front here. Stop things bouncing all the way out, and that will be our little farm. So I don't think there's much I can do about the bits that are going to land there. So we'll just have to live with it. Build this out, make it look semi-pretty. Yeah, I'll fix it. Anyway, that is our farm. It should be working. We will hopefully get some stuff out. Let me get what's in there so we'll know what we collect for sure. I'm going to knock this bit out and just level it up here. All right, that is that project done. Okay, I just quickly put in some glowstone up the top there, so even at night, sugarcane will get the get some light. Although thinking about it, I think sugarcane is one of the things that doesn't need light to grow. But anyway, it's there now, and I don't like the fact that there's cane there that I can't get to. What's behind there? Got a secret entrance in here so that I can get that sugar cane that doesn't quite make it into the water. Okay, that will do me for this project. It is only a simple sugarcane farm. If I get bored, I might make a bigger one. But then at some point, we're going to go to super duper one with the flying machines. Just need to find some slime. Well, guys, that's just about it for today's episode. Ooh, that was close. We did. It's weird. We sort of did a lot, I guess. We got our new horse and we named them Mr. Ed and H for horse. And you found out that I have a little mini sheep farm going on and that I'd got a trident and we added channeling to it. And you can probably hear what's going on behind me. So there was a special at the end, or a surprise at the end. But anyway, let me just finish doing this. We fixed the piers. We've got our villager going. The fishing farm is now officially closed. No more using the fishing farm. And we built a sugar farm. So all good, all good. So, what are we doing? This is our special surprise at the end. What I found while strip mining was I heard a lot of what we can hear in the background here. And it turns out... Oh, I see. They're trying to shoot me. Yeah, it turns out that I found a dungeon. And probably no guess. And there's spiders. So, shooting arrows at us. This is... This is a skeleton. A skeleton. I'm trying to put a torch in there. a skeleton spawner. So this is excellent news. And I can see a cobweb in the background. He's going to shoot me. Anyway, this will be excellent. We can make use of this. I'm going to go in here and try and switch it off. Just get these guys. And yeah, we're in an abandoned mine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can I get out of here? All right. This is even better, I think. It looks like we've got a cave spider spawner just over there. So this is great. This is great. Next episode, we're going to do something with these spawners. So that's it for me this week. If you like the episode, please hit that like button. That helps me out a lot. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, or if you're not new here and you still haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for me. It helps me out a great deal. So until next week, stay safe and I'll see you then. Bye for now.